Tired of freezing toes and sky-high bills? Let's find the heater that actually keeps a room warm without the hype. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 popular compact heaters and sharing what it's really like to live with them day to day. We'll look at heating performance, noise, safety, convenience, and where each one shines or falls short. Stick around to see which one tops the list and why. 5. Lasko 75-4200. Okay, let's start with a classic, the Lasko 75-4200. I've used this little guy under a desk, on a nightstand, even on the kitchen floor while I made coffee at 6 a.m. And I'll admit, it's charming in a throw-it-in-a-bag-and-go kind of way. It's compact at about 9.2 x 6.7 in and only a few pounds, with a simple 2-dial setup, one for low-high heat and one for a variable thermostat. Super simple, no app, no learning curve, just click and warm air starts blowing. The ceramic element gets you heat quickly, and there's even a fan-only setting for light airflow in warmer months. But here's where the honeymoon ends. In my testing, it's very much a personal heater. Great for warming hands and legs within a couple feet, not a whole room solution. Tom's guide measured a roughly 6 degrees Fahrenheit bump within 2 feet on high, and that tracks with what I felt. Cozy up close, lukewarm beyond that. If the plan is to take the edge off a home office, it works. If you expect it to carry a 10-15 feet room, you'll be disappointed. You can set the thermostat by feel, but it's not numerically precise. Noise-wise, it's dishwasher hum territory, around 50 dB according to lab tests, and that's what I heard in a quiet room, audible, but not irritating. The casing stayed safe to touch during use in my experience, which is reassuring for small spaces with cables and clutter. 4. Dreo DR-HSH004A. Moving up, the Dreo DR-HSH004A, also known as the Atom 1, feels like stepping into the modern era. You get digital controls, 7 degrees oscillation, a remote and a full safety suite, tip-over switch, overheat protection, flame-retardant materials, and an enhanced safety plug. The thermostat adjusts from 41 to 95 degrees Celsius in 1 degrees Fahrenheit increments, which, yes please. The 4 modes, Eco, Fan Only, 900 watts, 1500 watts, make it flexible for shoulder seasons and late-night just a little warmth sessions. In my room tests, this heater earned its keep by spreading heat more evenly than expected for its size. Oscillation helps cut that hot ankles, cold shoulders feeling, and the brushless motor keeps noise impressively low. Dreo cites under 40 dB, and subjectively, it was a soft, smooth airflow sound, easy to ignore while working. Pair that with the remote and timer, and it's basically a set-and-forget desk or bedroom companion. But there are trade-offs. Because it's a fan-force ceramic, you'll feel airflow and hear it ramp as it reaches temp. Some might prefer silent, radiant warmth. The body stays safe to touch, but the front grille does get hot. The manual warns about hot surfaces, so it still needs sensible placement. Also, while it's rated to cover small to medium rooms, Best Buy lists 200 square feet as a guideline. In colder climates, it's better as a supplemental unit than a sole source for a larger room. Still, compared to the Lasko, it's a big step forward in control, comfort, and safety. Number 3. Dreo DR-HSH003. The DR-HF3 is the sibling with a similar DNA, compact, efficient, and built around Dreo's ceramic hyperamics approach, but it comes across as the calmer, quieter operator in daily use. In my testing, it warms quickly like the 004A, but holds temp with a bit more composure, less noticeable fan ramping, smoother maintenance of the set point. It's the one I found myself using during late-night editing sessions because it fades into the background. Like its sibling, you get multiple modes, a digital thermostat, and safety redundancies, tip-over, overheat, flame-retardant housing. For small and mid-sized rooms, the coverage feels practical. Point it toward the occupied area, and it balances comfort nicely. If you're sensitive to noise and airflow, this is where Dreo's brushless motor and blade design shine. It presents as warm, gentle air rather than a blast. Usability-wise, the remote control and timer make a real difference when the heater is across the room. And, this is underrated, the detachable filter makes dust management straightforward. Over weeks of use, that keeps performance consistent, whereas cheaper fan heaters get noisy and dusty fast. Limitations? It's still a fan-based ceramic heater, so completely silent operation isn't on the menu, and in truly open spaces it becomes a zone heater rather than whole room. Also, no wall mounting or radiator-like thermal mass, so it cools down quickly when powered off. 2. DeLonghi TRD-4615T. Now we're getting into a different heating philosophy. The DeLonghi 4615T is an oil-filled radiant radiator, the kind that doesn't blow air at all. And that changes everything. In practice, it's slower to heat up, but remarkably steady once it's rolling. I set it to a mid-setting in a medium room, came back 20 minutes later, and the space felt evenly warm without hot spots or airflow irritation. For anyone who hates fan noise or dry, gusty heat, this is, well, bliss. The real energy design of DeLonghi's radiator series emphasizes efficient, consistent output and a body that radiates heat evenly across its panels. The built-in 24-hour timer and mechanical thermostat make scheduling easy, wake up to warmth without running it all night. And because there's no fan, it won't stir up dust, which made a noticeable difference for me in allergy season. Safety features, thermal cutoff, tip-over protection, are on board, and there's a reputation for longevity with this style. The trade-offs are practical. It's heavier and not exactly tuck-under-the-desk portable, though the casters help. It also takes time to build temperature in the room, so it rewards planning rather than instant gratification. Power draw still maxes at 1500 watts like the others, but the comfort feels higher per watt because the heat is persistent and even. If I were heating a bedroom, nursery, or work-from-home office where quiet matters, this would be my go-to for all-day comfort. 1. DeLonghi HMP 1500-6A. At number 1 is the DeLonghi HMP 1500-6A Microthermic Panel Heater. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect this to be my top pick until I lived with it. Microthermic tech blends radiant and convective heating without a fan. In the real world, that means it warms up fast for a panel heater, distributes heat evenly, and stays whisper quiet. No fan, no whoosh, just warmth. In a medium to large room, it felt like the walls themselves were warmer after a while, which is the kind of comfort that sneaks up on you. The design is slim and versatile. Roll it from room to room or wall mount it to save floor space. Controls are simple, 2 heat settings up to 1500 watt and an adjustable thermostat, and safety is robust. Thermal shutoff, internal tip-over switch, mesh front that stays more touch-safe, and a standby mode to help prevent freezing conditions. It doesn't recirculate dust, which is a huge win for sensitive folks. In my use, the big differentiator is the quality of the heat. It's not a hot breeze, it's an enveloping warmth that doesn't dry the air or create that heater headache. And unlike oil-filled radiators, this ramps faster from cold start, so it's practical for both quick evening use and longer sessions. I also appreciated the room staying comfortable even after it cycled off. The panel retains mild warmth that smooths temperature swings. Final thoughts. If budget and portability are the priority, the Lasko 75-4200 is a simple, close-range warmer. But keep the safety limitations in mind and don't expect full room heating. For modern controls, remote convenience, and solid safety, both Dreo models shine. The DR-HSH004A leans into coverage and control, while the DR-HSH003 feels a touch smoother and quieter in daily rhythm. For quiet, all-day comfort in bedrooms or offices, the DeLonghi TRD-4615T oil-filled radiator is a serene workhorse. For the best blend of fast, silent, room-friendly warmth with wall-mount flexibility, the DeLonghi HM1500-6A takes the crown. I mean, once you feel the microthermic, no-fan calm, it's hard to go back.